Hi everybody, it's Krafty Krista W. Doing her live at 5. Thank you for joining me. As you can see, I'm super put together because we are in a different space today. We are actually in my bedroom today because I am on a little bit of bed rest because I had a wee bit of an accident, but it's nothing to be worried about. But today we are going to make the cutest little gift card purse you ever did see. Check it out. Okay, so that's what we're making today. I am going to do my best because my arm is downstairs. So I'm trying to rig you here so you don't fall over. Now that's going to be uncomfortable for everybody. So I hope that you've all been crafting. Crafting is literally how I am not going crazy in my bed right now. I haven't been in here very long, so I shouldn't really complain, but, you know. So we have a couple of dimensions that are very important, and I'm going to find my template for you. This is my template. Ta-da! You might have to, maybe I'll take a picture of it later for you and I'll post it. But that is the template we're going to be doing. So you just need a 6x6 piece of paper. Okay? Let's see if I can do it this way. I'm trying to show you it, but it's really hard. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. That'll work. Okay, so you're going to need your trimmer or your bone folder, whichever, and a ruler, which is like super hard. So I highly suggest not doing that. And all we're going to do is we're going to score at 1 inch. Boys, mommy's on a live. Gotta love the motherhood. So we are at 1, and we're just going to score it here. Now I barely press on it at all, okay? Because it's DSP, so it's a lot thinner than your cardstock. You're gonna end up cutting right through it. That's gonna kind of suck. So at 1, make sure that it actually did it though. What the? Let's try that again. Oh, there, that sounded better. This is really hard to do with one hand, guys. Just FYI. And then you're gonna flip it around on the other side, the opposite side, and you're gonna score it at 1 inch. Again. So now you should have 2 score lines, which I do, so that's great. You should have one on this side and one on the opposite side. Now we are going to score the rest. So with your line on your 1 inch on the top and 1 inch on the bottom, you are going to score it at 2.5. So you're going to find 2.5. I hope you can see this. Oh, look at that. I almost scored right down that diagonal line. And score it. And then you're going to flip it around to the 2.5 and score it again. I hope you guys got to see that. So 2.5 and then flip it around again and 2.5. And then you can probably maybe see my score lines, but you're going to see them better in a minute because I am now going to reinforce these score lines. I'm going to put you in your little hole. Oops, sorry, guys. So I'm just going to reinforce my score lines. I'm using Christmas paper because, believe it or not, Christmas is like less than 2 months away. I don't even know how that happened, but it did. So now you will have something that looks like this. So you've got a score in there and you've got these edges that pop up here, okay? Now this is not, it's technically my design with my measurements, but I went on several awesome demonstrators' blogs and tried to figure out how I was going to make my own because theirs was either too big or too small, or it didn't work for what I wanted it to for. So that's why I came up with this one. Now, this is like the trickiest part ever. And I'm going to try and do it so that you can understand it. So in this, there is a square here, like so. What you're going to do is you're going to take this corner and you're going to fold it over to this side, okay, to close it up to make this corner. And this is what the inside looks like. And then I just pinch the inside. Okay, so we got one corner there, like that. And then you're going to do the exact same thing. So the easiest for me to remember is corner to the outside. I'm going to try and show you exactly how to do that, like that. So then you have this little doohickey on the end there. Yes, doohickey is a word, especially in craftland. And you will have that. Then you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So I'm just going to do it super as quick as can be. I'm going to fold it. This part took probably the most time for me to figure out. It took me a while. It took me a while and gave me a migraine. Sorry, people. So you know it's good. Okay. So the reason I'm not broadcasting from my craft room right now is because I can't get downstairs because I broke my ankle. It's very minor. It's not a big deal. It's going to be out of a cast in like a week or two. So here we go. But I'm not allowed to walk right now. I'm supposed to be off of it for 3 days. And again, you're going to take the corner and pull to the outside like this. Okay? So that you have those creases. So you should have a crease that looks like this and a crease that looks like this. And now is the fun part. You are going to glue just a little bit of this down. So I'm looking for my Tombow here. Whoop, I disappeared. Suddenly I'm a magician now. So I'm going to use my, oh, it's too big. I'm going to use my Tombow glue because it's literally the only thing I can reach right now. But you could also use, you don't need tear tape or anything like that. And a normal adhesive will work just fine. And all we're going to do is glue these two things down. Just make sure you don't get glue all the way down because then it will not fold or open properly. So we're going to do that on one side and just glue them like Tombow does work. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. Just needs a little bit more time. That side and that side. And then you have like this pocket thing happening here. And then you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. It's very popular in my room. I thought that my boys wouldn't want to be in my room, but this is the only place they're literally staying. So you might hear them in the background, but they have refused to leave me, which is cute and annoying. Okay, so now we have both sides. Both sides, Dunsky, they're glued. That's all the glue. And then you are going to, see how it kind of makes a box? You could leave it like that, and it could be like a bulging purse, like my mom's. But I like to give it a little bit of a crease. And this is how I do it. I just pucker it in, stick them together. Boop. And it doesn't have to be symmetrical even. It's just to give it, I'll do it again. Maybe you can see this. Maybe not. Just has to be a little bend in there. And then, see, it's coming together quite nicely. Isn't it cute? Okay, and then the next step is super easy. You are going to pick a color that you want for the top, okay? So I'm going to just use the traditional black piece. And I'm going to get my trimmer out. It's right here. And I'm going to cut it at one lengthwise. Oopsie. Nice big long strip. And then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to cut it at 4. So you'll end up with 2 pieces of 1 by 4. Keep this cut off piece. It's going to be our buckle. Boys, I'm still on alive. Seriously. Good help is hard to find. Okay, so you have 2 of the 1 by 4s, and then you have a little one there. You are going to now score these 2 pieces. Marshall, you're going to have to go. You're going to have to leave the room if you are not going to be quiet. I miss my craft room. Have I told you that? I miss it. It's quieter. You can be over there, but you can't talk because Mommy's not alive. Oh. Did you hear that? The attitude is real. Okay, so all you're going to do is you're going to score these little black pieces of 1 by 4 at the half inch lengthwise. So I like to say hot dog wise. Hot dog, not taco. That's how I remember it. Hold on, please. I'm on a live. Then you're going to score at a half or cut the whole thing. Oops. That's what happens when people bug me in the middle of a live. Okay, so I am going to have these 2 little tent pieces, and they are just to go on top of the little purse like this. Okay, so then I really like Tombow for this because you can get the glue everywhere. Instead, stop talking, people in my room, or I am going to lock the door. I don't know how I'll do it, but I will find someone to do it. And then we put glue on both sides. Oh, see, that's where I cut it. And I wasn't paying attention. Stinky. Okay, so that goes on like that. And then you do the other side. And, oh dear. You can use, I'm going to have to go soon, but we're almost done. It's like a 5-minute purse. So then you're just going to glue that puppy on. And if you have a punch, if you're an avid crafter or even a casual crafter, oh, sorry guys, and you have a punch of a shape, any shape is going to work for the clasp, okay? As long as it is big enough to hold the little purse shut. So I just kind of press on it while it glues down there. Do 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 do. La, la, da, da, da. And then I'll either punch it or I'll just take this other piece, and we have this piece already from that long strip that we cut. I'll just take this because you know what? It's within arm's reach. Why not? My hair looks so good right now. I'm having a hard time focusing on you guys. Okay, 1.5. I am going to score it around 1.5. So the other beautiful part about this thing is you only have to be precise in your folding. You do not have to be precise in your cutting, really. So we just turn this into a half piece. Ta-da! Oh, I got an idea. Okay, and then we are just going to glue one side, people, okay? Do not go crazy. One side, because we want this to be empty. That is going to go, you choose which side you like the best to be the front. And, and this is why I use Tombow, is because you can move it around. If it's not centered, if it's not exactly where you would like it, then you can just move it around. And it moves pretty good. So we are just going to wait until that dries a little bit. And while we are waiting, we are going to close our Tombow so we don't get it all over the place in which we sleep. Oh, sorry, you're probably in a craft room or at a dining room table. And I'm getting some bling. That was my big idea. when I was like, ooh, I have an idea. It was a bling. Bling idea is the best idea. So, I didn't even have to unpack from on stage. Chris just brought my on-stage bag upstairs, and I have been crafting with all of that stuff. Which is actually pretty perfect. Now, I don't think I have my pokey tool. Oh, but I do have those. Yes! Never mind. Crisis averted. Doot doot. These will do in a pinch. Get it? So, once it's dried a little bit on the back there, that's what it's going to look like. Then you're just going to fancy up this part here. So I'm just going to, I'll apply them and then I'll show you what I did. Whoops. And by apply them, I mean try to apply them. Because, there we go. I missed. Okay, so this is the only problem. Okay, this is why I like my Picket tool. I need somebody from the Stampin' Up! World, one of my Stampin' Up! Sisters, to come and go into my craft room with a list of all the stuff I need so it comes back the right thing. God love him. He tries to find me the right thing, but when I ask him for the pick-me-up tool or Coastal Cabana, he's like, what? Where is that? And it's a whole thing. So I just need, or like my bone folder. You don't know what a bone folder is? Okay, so here is the finished little product. Your card will fit in here. Let's see if I have a gift card to show you, or a card, the gift card's size. I believe I have something. Yes, library card. Okay, so shape of the gift card, it goes in like so, and closes. Merry Christmas. Cute little clutch. Then if you wanted to go further, you could take it further, and you could add handles, and it could be a little purse. You could make it a little shaving kit. There's so many things you could do with this. And then when they open it, bada bing, bada boom, there's your gift card. Merry Christmas. You could even put in a little message, a little piece of white here, like so, with this little stamped message. So when they open it, they get that nice little Merry Christmas message. So many things, so versatile. And then if you want it to stay closed, there are two ways you can do that. You can put a little Velcro piece on this piece and on this piece, and then it Velcros shut. Or you could also just use Tombow and just do a big blob of Tombow. Let it dry, let it go completely clear. Tap it with your finger to make sure it's not going to stick forever. And then put it here, and it's like a little Post-it stick. So it'll stick down, but it won't. There's no Velcro involved. And people are like, that's magical. How does that happen? Where are the magnets? So yeah, that's my little gift card purse. I'm calling it the Krafty Clutch. Spelt with K's, of course. I hope that you enjoy making them as much as I do. And if you don't want to make one, but you love them, I'm selling them on my store. So you can click on over there to craftykrista.ca, spelt with a K. Talk to you later. Thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.